Yeah, I found this science article on how telekinesis works. I thought it was really interesting, and this kind of covers energy work too, because all forms of magic have to do with energy manipulation, using your brainwaves to manipulate the energy. So let's read this shit. Subject has the ability to move objects with the power of his mind. He does this by concentrating on the object he's trying to move, manipulates the energy that surrounds that object, and then uses that energy to move that object. To be more specific, the neutral synapses inside subject's ventral lateral prefrontal cortex. Again, we talked about how the prefrontal cortex is where the visualization ability is as well, are configured in a way where they produce brain waves so powerful that they can move objects. His ability is limited by the amount of weight and the number of objects he can manage at any given time. In terms of catching something that's moving at a certain speed, subject can catch and control objects in motion, but only at a speed at which he could catch physically. As far as what he could do with his physical hands, if he was moving more than one object, he must focus on all objects at the same time, which will result in moving those objects simultaneously. Therefore, subject's attention is divided proportionately between each object. He can only move solid and tangible objects, so he can't move liquids or gases unless they were in containers. Subject could move objects inside other objects as long as he knew they were there and he knew what it looked like. He can bend, break, and deform objects in any way. With his ability, subject is able to move living things like people, but only a few feet off the ground for a short period of time, including himself. As course, the person's or animal's weight depends on how long he could hold them. Consider there will a limit to subject's ability when it comes to distance at... I'll just get to this. I'm not going to read this whole thing. That takes way too long. I'm not sure if this was a parody, but let's see what else we can find. Well, I can't find anything else. But seeing as the pineal gland is responsible for magic, and the pineal gland produces DMT, and so does the prefrontal cortex. And seeing as DMT can cross the blood-brain barrier, I'd say that the prefrontal cortex is where things like telekinesis and energy manipulation lie in.